Bare necessity, but simple bare necessity. Bare necessity, but simple bare necessity.
Hey there, it's Bear and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing another Tiny Tip Tuesday. Today we're going to be talking about how I catalog my books. So there are two main ways you can catalog your books, physically or digitally. Now, the benefits of physical is that it's really straightforward. It's easy to do. You just write down the book and the author's name, the title and the author's name. That's it. You don't have to add any other things unless you want to. And if you want to, then you choose what you add in. It's easy to track and you just, create your own chart however you so desire. But physical can be limited. You can't really group things together as easily or search through them quite as efficiently because you have to do all of that manually. So alternatively, you do have digital. Now, the options are a lot more broad when it comes to digital. You have more options as to where and how you store that information. So it is much less straightforward. There are so many different ways that you can do it, so many different sources that you can find or programs that you can use to organize lists of things. So it could be a little bit daunting to try to figure out what's the best place, what's the best system, what to use. But digital offers you a lot more features. You can track more things in an easier way because you just put in the information and it will, once you set up a format of how you're putting in the information, you just continue to repeat that rather than having to draw out a chart or figure out a way to log them in a book, and it's just a lot easier in a lot of ways. You also have the ability to search things no matter what format you use. Even if you just use a spreadsheet, you can search through it to find what you're looking for. So even if you just wanted to use a spreadsheet, that would be easier or more effective for the actual use of that catalog. However, it still is a lot of work to build your own paper or sheet, not paper, your own sheet, and build your own format of all of that information, your own lists and everything. That's still a lot of work. So what I use is an app, and a desktop website and application that you can download on your phone called Libib. This thing is the best for cataloging that I have found so far. So there is, like I said, both a computer desktop and there is a phone app. So I'm going to show you stuff from both to make it a little bit easier to kind of understand how to navigate depending on which one you're going to use. The benefit of using Libib is that it has the features of allowing you to create multiple libraries. It also lets you use tags within them or create groups within them. And you can search within an individual library or you can search through all of your libraries. So it really does give you the benefits of being able to access all of your information and find what you're looking for very, very fast without having to scan your shelves or dig through a bunch of stuff. It makes it so much easier. So let's go through the app and then I will also go through the desktop and everything. Okay, so here is what it looks like when you first open the app. So the first page that you see is libraries. So it tells you what libraries you have in a list there. And you can actually see a small number on there as well. That's the number of books that you have in that library. On the top library, the one books I've borrowed but I don't own, that's not every book I've borrowed and don't own. I just started that list not that long ago. So as you can see in the very top corner, there is the magnifying glass that of course is a search bar. So you can tap that and actually search through all of your libraries. So I can search a title of a book and you can see how it comes up for me. And it also brings up any similar things as well, and it tells you where it's located in that top section. The small font above the title. And then the author's name is in the font below the title. So that's how the search function works. can also search for a specific author. And then you have this button at the bottom that's a blue circle, and that is add a library. So you can easily create a new library, and it's a very quick process. You just create a title, you list what kind of library it is. You could make a list for anything. You could make a catalog for anything, not just what is available here. Aside from that, you can also tap on each library and scroll or search within it. And you can also access individual books. So you can tap the book and see the information about it by tapping these drop down menus. So then you have your feed, and this can actually function as like a social media service as well. So kind of like Goodreads, how you can have your shelves and everything like that for your own use, but then also share different things, update people, talk to people, whatnot. I have not done that, but it is available. And then you also have your settings, account type, change or add accounts, sort options, FAQ, and contact. So next we have the desktop breakdown. It's like a side column situation, right? So you got like a list of things that you can access. So you got libraries, and you have the drop down menu for your libraries where you can select which library you're trying to work on, and then add items. You have dashboard, which is basically statistics of what you've got that you've been bringing in and whatnot. You have your add library option. You also have the option to make your libraries public. That is under the publish selection. And then you have your settings, which is again your account info. Underneath that, or no, on the far right, you have a bar that is the feed, so you can use your feed there. That's kind of a quick overview of both the website and the app. So now that you're a little bit familiar with what it looks like, let's talk about how to actually add books in. So there are a couple different ways you can do this. So you go onto the desktop and you can type and search the book by the ISBN number. So this will pull up the exact edition that you have. So it's a really great way to do it. That way you know you're getting the right one. However, if you can't find your exact edition with the ISBN number, then you could search by keywords. If you just select search by keywords, that is going to allow you to search by the title, the author's name, etc. There's an additional option of Csv Import. So this is where you actually have a document that already has all the information for you and you import that in. But I don't have those, and I never have. So basically it's the alternative, the exact same thing of doing that would be to put in the information in the manual entry. If you don't have a document that already has that, then you want to go to the manual entry, and from there you actually type in all of the different things that it prompts you for. Alternatively, you can add books through the app. Actually going to go in on the app into a specific library, and then you're going to press this little plus button, and that's going to give you two different options: barcode or manual entry. Of course, manual entry is going to be the exact same thing as it is on the desktop, pretty much, but if you go to a barcode, then it's actually going to allow you to scan the barcode of any book, and if it is in the catacombs they have of information that they have, if they do have that info, then they will add the book straight away. It takes literally seconds for it to scan, and then all you do if you have another book is just scan another item and keep scanning until you're all done. It takes seconds to do this. Unfortunately, the downfall of Libib is that they don't have a way to import your information for a digital book yet. So I'm hoping that they keep working on this, but for the time being, it's not really available. So what I do for mine is I go into a manual entry and I set it up, and then I take the bin number and I put that somewhere so that I can access it later, so that if they ever do add this in, I have that number available to me and I can just paste it in. So once you add a book in, you have so many things you can do. You can edit the information on the book. You can also use tags, grouping as well, notes, enter in the pricing information. If you know this is like a bookstore or you sell books, you're like selling them on Depop or something, then you could literally put that in here. You can purchase the item, like get access to a place to purchase the item, add a number of copies that you have of said item. Then you also have reviews. You can read reviews that people have written, but you can also rate and review the book on this site, as well as update your status on the book, whether you're currently reading it, unread, read. All of that can be organized within Libib. I can, you know, search. I'm trying to read a book that starts with an A, an N, or a T for Ant-Man's board. I can do that in like 2 seconds and find one that fits the criteria I'm trying to reach. Otherwise, if I wanted to read an audiobook, an ebook, or a physical book, I can choose which one I want based on my library and or my tags and search within that. It can't get much better. I'm just saying. It gives you a central location. So much more efficient. Libib is the best. So when I acquire a book and I told you guys that I remove it from Goodreads, then I scan it into my Libib app. There is one final step before I can put that book on my shelves, and I will be showing you guys that later this week. So make sure that you click the notification bell and subscribe so you don't miss the videos that are coming for the rest of the week, because you don't want to miss whatever ambiguous thing I'm talking about, obviously. Duh. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, whatever time it is for you. Make sure you hit the notification make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell down below so that you'll be notified every time I post new videos. I will see you guys tomorrow with another BookTube beta video. Peace out, your skills.
Look for the bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your stress. I mean a bare necessities. That's why a bear can rest at ease with just the bare necessities of life. Yeah, with just the bare necessities of life. Yeah, man.